You're watching Startup Central with me, Nayantara Rai. This is the only show of its kind on Indian television dedicated to startups, innovation, technology, disruption, entrepreneurship. Time for some Chai Pe Charcha. And we're going to talk about instant chai today with the co-founder of Chai Point, Amuleek Singh Bijral, joining us live on Startup Central. Amuleek, good to have you back on the show. You're brewing a new range, so we thought let's get you on the show to talk about it. Instant chai. I have to ask you at one point, how incredibly lazy have we become that we don't even want to make ourselves a proper cup of tea anymore?
Yes, that's one way to look at it.
Is one way to look at it, but you're obviously sniffing an opportunity for big bucks. So tell us, what is this new rage about instant tea? We saw it with coffee as well. We've seen it with instant coffee. We've seen it now with these new versions of how you pour coffee into a filter and you get like a smashing new cup, as they say. Now I guess it's time for tea to become so instant.
Yes, see, I mean, the size of the instant coffee market in India is around 2,200 crores, right? And to be honest, the tea market and the chai market, more importantly, the end cup market has started getting tracked, and that too even not very properly in the last 4 or 5 years. But I'm sure it's easy to correlate that if the size of the instant coffee market is that much, the size of the instant tea market is going to be very significant. So the size of the opportunity is very, very obvious. I think, people have always underestimated that, to prepare a cup of chai is not a very easy thing. And more importantly, a high quality, consistent cup of chai. And COVID has also highlighted convenience as a prime driver in a time where house helps got restricted access. People were left to fend for themselves for their essentials, and a cup of chai is one of those important luxuries, small luxuries, but an important one. So, the role that instant chai as a format can play, therefore, I very firmly believe is an exciting one. It's a very large market, and it hits at the nerve point of one of the most importantly felt needs. So very excited about it.
We've seen this play out, right? In the 90s, for example, when we saw sachet commerce, for example, picking up, smaller packaging had really picked up. The large multinational companies were doing it. Unilever was doing it. Everybody was doing it, right? So now it's going to be like this for daily commodities as well. And that's why you saw this opportunity. That's what I'm trying to understand.
See, what is our intent, first and foremost? Chai Point is an omni-channel beverage brand. Pre-COVID, we felt that by having access to cafes, delivery from cafes and vending machine access of high quality chai and coffee, we were serving the convenience needs around hot beverages, primarily around chai, for a vast section of our customers. Then comes COVID, and it's a stark reminder to us that as a brand, we need to be available in the kitchen cabinets of our customers, because the home now is also the office. And that's where we started again visiting the basics and understood that without any help, especially, preparing a cup of chai is a very important ritual that people don't want to let go of. And it's a tough ritual to enact day after day. When there is load sharing of responsibilities between couples, then who prepares the cup of chai? And a great cup of chai is a discussion point many a times, right? So that's when I think the need became very clear. Now, the route to this is a sachet for sure, because we also want to try out, we also want to understand from our consumers what exactly is the preference arena, what flavors, what do they exactly like about the product. We are very confident about the quality. The initial, tasting reviews through our customers have given us fantastic confidence that this is something on which we need to bet aggressively. But I think still early days. So the final proof point of this product, I'm very clear, would be when instant chai is available in a glass jar and is a part of every kitchen cabinet. So with a clean, dry spoon, you're able to scoop up an instant chai in powder form and mix it to hot water and get a great cup of chai. And that format, I think, first will have to see, or first we'll have to witness the traction in the sachet form before the glass jar becomes a reality. But that's where we are headed. Looking at the instant coffee numbers, I think it's a very significant market. We've also taken a route where we want to make sure the product is 100% natural, zero preservative. We don't want to take a shortcut on that route because that's what customers have told us again and again during COVID. We want you to be very careful with our health. So, keeping all of these things in mind, I think the current format of a sachet is a good, solid beginning, a practical beginning.
So it's a good solid beginning that you're seeing where you think ultimately it'll make it to the flask. But Amuleek, one question that I have to ask you, while you have to get the pricing right, I'll get to the pricing, but for anybody to buy the product and to have faith in the product and to repeatedly buy it, you're going to have to get the taste 100% right. And the point is that everybody likes their chai very differently. Kisi ko adrak chahiye, kisi ko chini nahi chahiye, kisi ko doodh chahiye, kisi ko ye chahiye. How are you going to do it?
See, so, number one, we've picked up 4 core flavors, and they are natural flavors. There is no additive. There is the classic, there is the elaichi, there is the masala, and the ginger. Number one. Number two, all of these 4 flavors are with very low level of sugar, but most importantly, not forgetting that we are the diabetic capital of the world, there is a format in which all of these flavors are available with 0 sugar. And that means no fancy sugar alternative, but just plain 0 sugar, so that people, have that option too. I think when you're making a beginning with these 8, product sets, and with our experience of running close to about 200 cafes, 170 odd pre-COVID to be precise, and 4,000 odd vending machines, I think we as a brand have a good appreciation of what people really like. And I think we confuse one thing about the reality of the chai market, that people want quality with consistency. It's a myth that people fancy inconsistency in their chai. It is true, everybody wants their chai made in a certain way, but what is the bigger truth is that they want the same quality again and again. Therefore, you have senior people, or let's say the core aficionados, very clear, my chai is going to be made from that type, or I'm going to make my own cup of chai, or I trust my wife for the chai, or the wife trusts her own self for the cup of chai. So when we triangulate all these factors, we feel that we made a very solid beginning. At the same time, let's appreciate, especially in the big urban cities, convenience, right, and accessibility trumps the sort of mundane artistic aspects which people would ideally like to have access to, but life sometimes just doesn't make it possible. So, I think we've done our thinking. As I said, it's a beginning. We've always experimented with omni-channel formats. People were very skeptical when we launched hot chai delivery for the first time. They were skeptics when we launched fresh milk-based, authentically brewed chai and filter coffee. But time has proven that when you really try to understand what the customer is going through and what are the customer's needs, the fault lines are far and few. And as I said, practical beginning, we are very keenly watching what our customers have to say, and we are very adaptable to make sure that we tweak it as per their preference.
Amuleek, very quickly, because we're running out of time as well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the pricing. Your pricing is 180 rupees for a pack of 10. You're talking about 18 rupees for a cup of instant chai. Do you think there will be takers at that price?
Absolutely. See, number one, we are very clear that this is a product for people who value quality, consistency, and very high quality of ingredients, more specifically, without any artificial flavor, preservative, or color. We are also very clear that low sugar or 0 sugar coming out in a chai format is an art. See, sugar is a flavor enhancer. Why do you think, chai mixes have a lot of sugar? Because it enhances the flavor, and therefore you can save cost by adding low flavor and increasing the amount of sugar. We felt that customers are making a bias towards health. So when you have very low sugar or no sugar, you are relying solely on the ingredient strength. That's our approach. And for that, you have to pay 18 odd rupees for a very consistent, high quality cup of chai. And mind you, we do appreciate that this is a convenience format. You're out for travels, right? And you're looking for a clean cup of chai a lot. You are traveling or backpacking, or you are staying in a hotel where you're not very sure that you will get your kind of cup of chai. You don't want to indulge in a tea bag. Is 18 rupees a lot? Not at all. So when you start looking at the use cases for this product, and we are very clear that we are starting with the use cases before it becomes mass market. Please appreciate that before instant coffee became such a big market, there were skeptics. But, convenience and quality trumped everything. So, we are not here to make an outright killing out of it in the next 6 months. We are a brand which is here for the next several decades, if not more. And we are very patient about how we are launching this product.
Okay. So let's see how it pans out. We've started seeing how things are getting smaller just so that the volume game can be played, and everything is about convenience these days, isn't it? Even your favorite cup of chai. Thanks for that Chai Pe Charcha, Amuleek. Wish you all the very best. Look forward to many more interviews with you. With that, we're going to take a short commercial break.